graph 25x squared plus y squared plus 100x minus 32y plus 64 equals 0. What shape is this going to be? Well, since we have an x squared and a y squared, and since they are separated by a positive, they're both positive, and they're scaled by different numbers, 125 and one of them being 4, then this means that we're going to have an ellipse. Okay, I really gummed up everything over here, so let me erase some of this. So, in order to graph this ellipse, it's going to be much easier to do in standard form. In order to get it into standard form, we're going to have to complete the squares on the x's and on the y's separately. Of course, we can't have a 25 leading coefficient out there, so we're going to have to factor that out. 25, open up the parentheses, I'm going to have x squared. When I factor out a 25 from this 100 here, I get 4 plus 4x plus blank. And then close parentheses plus, now let's do the y's. When I do the y's, I have to factor out that 4, and then I'm going to have y squared. And when I factor out the 4 from the negative 32y, I'm going to have minus 8y plus a blank is equal to, now I'm going to have to get the 64 over here, so that's negative 64, and then I'm going to have two blanks that I'm going to have to fill, plus blank from completing these squares. Okay, so the first one, half of 4 is 2, 2 squared is 4, but I didn't really just add 4, I added 25 times 4, which is 100. So I'm going to add 100 to this side. Okay. On the y's, half of the 8 is 4, negative 4 squared is 16, but I didn't add 16. I added 4 times 16, which is 64. So I can see these 64s are going to cancel, and I'm just left with 100 over there. Okay, so now let's go ahead and I have to divide by this 100. And when I divide by the 100, and then go ahead and factor at the same time, I'm going to have x plus 2 squared. 25 over 100. The 100 is bigger on the bottom, so we're going to have a 4. That fraction reduces to 4. Plus y minus 4 squared. And then 4 goes into 125 times equals 1. So I know that my center point here is h and the k, so negative 2, 4. I can go ahead and put that dot on there. Negative 2, 4. And let's see, which one is my a value? Well, my a value for an ellipse is the bigger of the two values. I've got a 25 and I've got a 4, so the a squared is 25, which means the a is equal to 5. And since it's paired up with a y, this is going to go up and down. I'm going to go up 5 and down 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's one of my vertices, and then down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right there. My b squared is the other one. It's the smaller of the two, which means b is equal to 2. And since that's paired up with the x, it's going to go left and right. I'm going to go right 2 and left 2. And then I'm going to make myself a handsome ellipse through those points. Fantastic. Okay, on 24, we're going to use that graph to help us state the domain and the range. So the domain is from left to right here, and we're starting at negative 4, and we are ending at 0. And it's brackets because we have points on each of those. The range from bottom to top, the smallest one is negative 1, and it goes all the way up to positive 9. And that'll finish off these two questions.